Hey everyone, it is Robin Ellis here today on Advancing Health Naturally with our special guest this week, Ellen Agius. How are you?
How are you?
So,
correct you, Robin, but it's actually Ellen Agius.
Agius.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even see that. Anyway.
That's all right. It's a Maltese name, so called worse than that. Don't worry.
That's beautiful. So, we're here today to talk to Ellen about what it is that she does, and we've got our topic for the day about oxidative stress and aging and nutritional supplements. But we'll get started first up with just getting a bit of an idea on Ellen's background. So who is Ellen?
Well, I'm new to the Sunshine Coast, actually. My background is I lived in Biloela. I don't know whether anyone knows that, central Queensland. So we were there for over 17 years and moved to the coast in December of last year. And my background is, I've had 25 plus years as a registered nurse, midwife, working in hospitals and clinics, and even did some mine nursing out at mines. Don't know about toxins there. And so what happened was I had chronic fatigue for probably 10 years. So I loved my job, but I was so tired and burnt out. And medically, there didn't seem to be anything they could do for me. So this started my wellness journey because at the time I was trained in medication and supporting people with medical illnesses. And I started to work out from nursing people that I was really just supporting people's sickness or illness rather than improving their wellness. So I just had this big epiphany, you could say. You know, I was feeding elderly people with, well, they weren't even elderly. Like, people were getting 20 medications a day and being placed in nursing homes in their 60s. So that's not the way we want to live. And I'm always surprised that people sort of plan that they're going into a nursing home. And I just think, how has people's mindset even thought that? You know, we want to be 90 and go into the gym. Hey, Robert.
We do, absolutely.
Which is very possible. You know, you can maintain your health and wellness in the body. So, you know, obviously the chronic fatigue then put me on the journey of looking at nutrition and detoxification, which healed my body and I regained energy and health. So I'm very passionate about it because, you know, through healing myself, I've supported other people also to heal the body. And it's not like people think nutritionists, naturopaths, yeah, people call us quacks sometimes, but we're actually just supporting the body to heal itself. That's all we're doing. We're finding mechanisms, what's going on. When you come to a nutritionist, it normally is about an hour and a half consult, not a 15-minute consult, unfortunately, that you get with a doctor. And you know, you generally do get some sort of medication to fix a symptom, but you never really get rid of the problem. So, yeah, so that's where I come from. And as I said, I now believe that everyone can live a happy, healthy life as they age through good nutrition, detoxification, you know, mind support certainly important. So all those things have led me, down this path. Yeah.
I'm so happy to have you here at Advancing Health, Ellen. It's a perfect fit for you by the sound of it, because a lot of us have come here, haven't we, because of health journeys that we've been on or found ourselves in, and we want to take a different road from, you know, the traditional medical side of things and actually look into deeper.
There is sometimes need for it.
Absolutely.
But not forever. Not forever. If you've got a health problem, you need a medication, you know, look at other ways to support so you can come off that medication eventually. Yeah. And I'm not out to back doctors or anything, because they really are trying to do the best with the knowledge that they're given. Unfortunately, they don't get a lot of information into, you know, how the body heals itself and with good nutrition and other mechanisms. So,
no, we're not here to do that anyway. So.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes, I'm not anti. I think they're out to help people. We're all out on our journeys,
Oh, I can see we've got a couple of people here watching, Diane and Yuko, and Elaine said hello to us. So hello, guys. Thank you for joining us this morning or this afternoon. It's now lunchtime, isn't it? On Advancing Health. So we've got to learn a little bit about your background, Alan, and the nursing and the health issues that you've had and the reason for your direction. So nutritional medicine, let's go a little bit deeper into what that's all about for you and exactly what it is you do. You talked about your consults and that kind of thing. I'm curious to hear.
So nutritional medicine, we actually use functional medicine testing as well. So as I said, when someone comes in for a nutritional medicine consult, we look at the body as a whole. So even though you come in with a headache, we will go through, we'll end up going through your digestive system, and people may not think that's related, but yeah, everything is related. So I have a big list of all the body systems. So basically I'm going head to toe, looking at cardiovascular system, digestive system, stress-related things. Maybe you've had a traumatic incident happen in the past. So we do a full history. So it's a holistic approach, and then we might identify areas that the body may be lacking or things that may have triggered. I also do clinical testing. As I said, we can do hair analysis. I use the oligo scan where we can see how toxic people are. It just does their heavy metals, their oxidative stress levels, and their minerals as well. I'm a clinician that checks your blood pressure. I look at your nails, your tongue, your hair, your eyes, iridology, and all those things fit together to identify where things may be lacking for that person, and then we try to correct. We work with them to correct what may be missing in the body. And, and then you help the body heal and correct itself. So it's not a quick fix, unfortunately. It takes time with nutritional medicine, and I think that's where people sort of don't take that direction because we often just want a quick fix. I'm just using headaches for example. Take a Panadol or that. You never think I'll go to a nutritionist, would you?
Yeah, well, we think about health and wellness, and honestly, our disease, like if we are diagnosed with some sort of illness, it didn't happen overnight, did it? It's happened over a lifetime of things. So you can't really expect Rome to be built in a day or fixed in a day when it comes to anything, really, health or anything. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is your cells turn over. So, like, if you are eating, just say you're eating junk food every day, Kentucky Fried Chicken, I'll just do a bad thing, like your cells aren't in a great place. And then you start introducing good nutrition, maybe some supplements because you're deficient in minerals and nutrients. Yeah, over the years, in the next 2 years, well, so it takes about 10 years, your cells are turning over all the time. So you actually build a totally different body. So that body is gone because your cells die and renew. So I find that fascinating. The skin cells are 28 days. So there's different things. Red blood cells are 120 days. So their energy levels are kicking in within that 3-month period. Your skin's looking better in 28 days. So cell health is so interesting, and people think once I've got an illness, it's chronic, it can never go away, but it can, but it takes time. Yeah. You can build a whole new body.
Yeah, creating the right environment and feeding it the right nutrition as you would educate people on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So let's get on to our topic for the day. Now, if anyone watching has any questions or any comments, please do share them with us in the comments and we can ask Alan as we go. But we're going to get on to our main topic of conversation, which is how oxidative stress is the cause of aging and many illnesses in the body, and how through the application of nutritional support and supplementation, this can be prevented. And we've kind of already touched on that, haven't we, Alan, in just your description of what you do. So let's go into a little bit more of a detail on that.
Yeah, well, I guess I didn't say too, detoxification is just my big interest, all the toxins which are causing oxidative stress in our body. are causing so much problems in the body. And also if you're toxic, you're blocking nutrients being absorbed as well. So I am studying detoxification so that I will be a detoxification specialist. So I'll be certified in that. But when we look at oxidative stress, we're exposed to more and more. You know, you've probably heard there's 80,000 chemicals or more being released into the world, and only 10% are tested for safety on humans. And, you know, a lot of them are carcinogenic. So we wonder why people are getting more and more cancers and things like that. Yeah. So it's amazing that only 10% are tested. So they get out into the world and we're exposed to them. So you can't really get away from oxidative stress. If you breathe, you're getting oxidative stress. But there are things that we can use the body to protect the cells so it doesn't affect us. So also when our cells use glucose to make energy, so this is where people eating the high sugar foods, that causes oxidative stress in the body. When your immune system's fighting bacteria and creating inflammation, that's oxidative stress. And as I said, when the body's detoxifying pollutants and pesticides, cigarette smoke, you know, again, you walk outside, you've got the car fumes and things like that. So you are being exposed every day. So people have to do something on a daily basis to get rid of oxidative stress or support their body. Also, if you're emotionally or physically stressed, that causes oxidation in the body. So it happens when so you get your free radicals into your body, and what happens is the liver releases an enzyme. I don't know whether I'm being too technical here, but it tries to neutralize that
expertise being on show, so go for it.
Tries to neutralize that, but when it neutralizes the toxin, that produces a free radical. And those free radicals are what damaging in our body. So that free radical then has to be converted from a fat soluble to a water soluble to be taken out of our body. But unfortunately, there's so much that we're getting in that our body's not able to eliminate it. This is from a toxicity point of view. And that's where, the free radicals stay in the body and start to cause damage. Yeah. This is where antioxidants come in, which everyone would have heard of. Antioxidants help get rid of the free radicals in the body. So I trust everyone understands that. But I'm saying, how do you know if you've got oxidative stress? So a few signs to look for can be fatigue, which is obviously, that was one of my signs.
Mine too.
Yeah, fatigue. Memory loss, brain fog.
Yeah, I know those ones as well.
Muscle or joint pain. And wrinkles and grey hair are part of oxidative stress.
Oh, don't look at mine.
You know, I guess simply, and everyone would have heard it. If you
so it's not our children making us get grey hair. It's
no.
It's the wife tale I got told as a child. You
know. Decreased eyesight. You know, all these things which are aging are also oxidation and susceptibility to infections, headaches. So there's quite a few things that are associated with oxidation. Yeah. So do you want me to go into what illnesses it's causing, or like?
Oh, go for it. Yes, we've got time. So.
Because I just think it's amazing. So many illnesses can be related to this topic. So some of the illnesses, well, look, there's hundreds. I'll just look at my graph here, but you've got liver disease, emphysema, Alzheimer's, which none of us want to be getting, but, you know, if you can reduce that oxidative stress, that's going to reduce that. Depression is even related. It affects most of the organs in the body. As I said, the eyes with macular degeneration, the brain, as I said, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. The list goes on. Your heart, oxidative stress, heart attack, inflammation in the body. You know, years ago they used to think it was the fat. It's inflammation in the body that's causing problems. Kidney disease, as I said, skin, even eczema, psoriasis, those things can be related to it. The chronic fatigue, which I had, the joint pain, the immune system, not being able, getting lots of colds and flus, lupus, cancer, of course, is related to the oxidative stress. And, your blood vessels, the plaques in your blood vessels and things like that, and your lungs and your allergies, your gut health. I mean, it's just amazing. I wish I can send you the diagram of all the things and multiple sclerosis and dementia and bipolar disorders. I not list them all, just to let you know that all the body systems can be affected by oxidative stress. Yeah.
And so your way of supporting it would be to advise nutritional supplementation or your diet. Is that something that you do as your service?
Yeah, definitely. So some of the things that you can do, obviously I said that oxidative stress caused from the high sugar food, so avoid sugar and processed food is one thing you can do. And you know how I said that stress can increase it, so you look at your stress level and reduce that through exercise, meditation, yoga. I was even looking like watching a funny movie. So laughter is very good for the immune system. So even that can help with reducing oxidative stress and, taking a walk in nature. One thing I teach people at my clinic always to do grounding every day. So do you know what I mean by grounding, Robin?
Yes, going out in bare feet into the earth and heading out into nature. So a forest walk or into your backyard even, or maybe heading to the beach. I do a lot of that. I like the beach grounding. That's something that really gets me going into a nice space. Yeah, definitely.
You just got to make sure you take your shoes off, but which I know you would on the beach.
I'm barefoot most of the time unless it's cold like it is at the moment. It's Ugg boots weather.
Yeah, it is getting a bit cold, isn't it? Yeah, so that grounding, especially we're sitting in front of computers and that, a lot of us all day if we're working from home. So that's where you get your EMF, your electromagnetic field. And just grounding, it's like taking electricity out of your body as well. Yeah. What else? Yeah, avoiding toxins, of course. So I suggest to people that choose organic or chemical-free when you do your fruit and veggies and grass-fed meats. I know people think it's more expensive, but it's not that more expensive. And if you go to the markets at the sunny coast, I don't know whether all our clients from the Sunshine Coast, but you can just go to the markets, get your chemical-free fruit and veggies. It's just going to make a difference in your body because you are drinking herbicides if you when you're eating chemical sprayed foods. Your personal care products, that's another thing I look at. I actually do some detox talks. What do I call it? Low toxic living, because you can't get away from toxicity, but you can reduce it. So with your skincare, your deodorants, things like that, just make sure they're BPA-free, paraben-free, those types of things.
Yeah. I'm just writing this down and putting in notes for everyone.
There's a few things, and then you want to promote the production of antioxidants. So you eat foods that help your body make like glutathione.
Yeah.
So those foods, if you want to know, that there's asparagus, walnuts, spinach, tomatoes.
Okay. So asparagus, walnuts, spinach, and tomatoes.
It's peaches also. I know, but in season. Always eat food in season. Yeah, not out of season. And you can support your body to make more glutathione, which is an antioxidant, by eating foods that are high in sulfur. So can you guess what's high in sulfur, Robin? You'd probably know the sulfur foods.
Oh, no, actually, not off the top of my head, so share it with me.
So it's like garlic, onion.
Yes. Garlic and onion, I've heard. That's really good for us.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of garlic.
Oh, garlic. Well, you
Garlic.
can. My dad actually does it. You can actually get it and swallow it like a tablet, a clove, and swallow it. But yeah, it burn down the throat. But yeah, my dad does it. He uses it every day. The cruciferous veggies, and so that's your broccoli, your kale, all those type of ones. They help with sulfur in the body, and avocado, which not everyone likes them, but yeah, they're a good source.
I love avocado. It's like my go-to food. I think it's one of my favourite fruits in the whole entire world. It's a fruit, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't put me in that spot.
It is a fruit. I did some research here on Advancing Health, one of my posts, and yes, I discovered it was a fruit. So I didn't know that.
There you go. Yeah, with fruits, although that doesn't seem like a fruit, that avocado is not a fruit, that causes a rise in blood sugar. But, yeah, you want to stick to low GI fruits. Yeah. So do you know what I mean? Like the low glycemic, the ones that don't give you a high rise in the blood sugar. So, yeah, I mean, they can Google a big list of low GI and high GI. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sweet potato and stuff like that. That's low GI, isn't it?
Low GI. Yeah. Whereas the white potato is more high GI. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as I said, the problem, however, so look, we're looking at foods high in antioxidants now. So that one was to help produce our antioxidants, which is the glutathione. The foods high in antioxidants, what are they, Robin? Just fruit and vegetables.
Berries.
Basically. Yes.
I know berries are a big one that comes on my stratosphere for antioxidants. Yes. Yes. Definitely.
So it's just all the colours of the rainbow, which I love that the government is starting to catch on to trying to help people be healthy. So that, don't you reckon that ad really caught on, eating the colours of the rainbow? Well, that's how you get your antioxidants, just having plenty of fruit and veggies.
People, I know when I started eating healthy, I loved having a plate full of like red capsicums and all the greens and all the different colours.
Yeah,
carrots, orange carrots.
Yeah, carrots and everything, isn't it? But you can also do like nuts and seeds. They're other antioxidants. Green tea. Have a couple of cups of green tea a day is good. Cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, all those things to add to your food for flavour. They're all good antioxidants. However, I will say, Robin, that even though we eat all these foods and people are trying to be healthy by eating, they're still getting sick because the food chain, unfortunately, is lacking in nutrients. So it's not great because we're buying food from supermarkets that, they've been green harvested. They can't pick them right and get it. So it could be 3 or 4 weeks old. I do know from fruit pickers it can be 9 months old and then they're gas ripened and we're eating this food.
Really?
So yes, definitely. So you know that there's not a lot of nutrition in those type. That's where you go into the markets, the local markets, and having them all fresh food. You really shouldn't eat supermarket food or, one of the fruit and veggie shops that they're getting in fresh food every day.
The local markets, the local producers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is our shop nowadays.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yes. Well, so you're probably getting...
find the definitely organic spots. I don't think I'm going to the fully organic market. So, yeah.
Google, I haven't got in front of me, but the Dirty Dozen. So with organic, there's certain fruit and veggies that have more sprays than others. So with the Dirty Dozen, just, if the dirty ones, that sounds funny, the dirty ones are the ones you really should get organic. The other ones aren't as big of a, like sweet potato, for instance, in the supermarket, it doesn't have a lot of chemicals on it. So you probably can just buy, normal sweet potato, save your money. But the dirty ones you really should be, buying them organic or at markets and things like that. Yeah, so it's a problem because we want to eat healthy but we're not getting the nutrition unless you grow your own and pick it straight away and eat it so that all the nutrients are there. Yeah. But again, you've got the environmental factors that are affecting the food, even if you're growing your own. So, yeah, this is where good quality supplements come into play. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I hope that's given them a few tips on little things.
I think it certainly has. Give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying this broadcast and you've got a few good hints and tips on nutrition to move forward with, and how to avoid live better amongst all this oxidative stress we have going on in our life and in our environments. So thank you so much for your time, Alan. It's been an awesome conversation. I've really enjoyed all the information. I think I'm going to have to listen to this again and take some more notes because you've given us a lot to work with. And
I actually haven't gone into the supplements but yet. Do what?
Yeah, let's go into the supplements. Yes.
Sorry,
thank you for
because I want people to know there's things they can do naturally, and then the food is lacking. So that's I take an antioxidant support every day. My family does because we know that it is a problem. So antioxidant supplements, everyone knows like vitamin C as an antioxidant, selenium, CoQ10. But again, the problem with supplements, you might go into a supermarket and buy them or a chemist, they lack quality again. So they might only be 10% bioavailable, so you're only absorbing about 10%. So when you're getting a good quality supplement, you're getting better absorption. So a nutritionist can get that, or there are some good companies out there that are also producing good quality whole food supplement that the body will absorb and use. I do use antioxidants in my clinic. I do recommend supplements, especially with people with detoxing, showing signs of oxidative stress. My family take an antioxidant every day. However, research is showing they're not as powerful as they used to be. So from what I understand with antioxidant, when you take an antioxidant, it helps destroy one free radical. Yep. So, I'm explaining when you have oxidative stress, you produce free radicals, but you produce more than one. So there's new research. Don't know whether you've heard of it, but you have heard of it because we spoke about it.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's a lot of it coming out in my nutrition training on the NRF2, which is an activator. It's the master regulator, actually, of detoxification and antioxidant, and it's an anti-inflammatory. And the amazing thing is it's basically found in all your cells in the body. So the body actually has it itself to protect the cells from the oxidative stress. But it has to be activated to be released into the cell nucleus so that we can be protected. Yeah. So, there's lots of studies. If people want to Google on PubMed, just Google NRF2 and oxidative stress.
Yes.
And so what we do, with an NRF2 support, you actually switch on the NRF2 pathway so that it releases. And the exciting thing about it, even in the natural field, is that we're actually, rather than just adding these antioxidants into the body, we're actually helping the body heal itself, which is what we're about. So we're using the body's own mechanism to deal with oxidative stress by helping release these NRF2. Don't want to get too complicated with it, but it activates the enzyme. Now, that's the interesting thing. I said an antioxidant destroys one free radical. When these are activated and the enzyme's released, it actually, the enzyme destroys 1 million free radicals. You get that from 1 to 1 million.
Wow.
So that just blows me away. We can actually I know, it's amazing, isn't it? We can actually turn these activators on with good health as well, such as exercise, and I said green tea, broccoli sprouts, turmeric. However, the research is showing that by doing a combination of these at low dosages, that is helping to stimulate the NRF2 activators. Because our body's so full of oxidative stress, we're not able to be doing this on our own. So that's where a good NRF2 supplement comes into play. And it's very exciting research. It was founded back in 1994, I think, but it's only getting more play now on the arena, and more people are hearing about it. And it's just a way that you can take, you know, a supplement support to, which I've always taken an antioxidant, but if I find something that's better, obviously I'm going to support my body with something a little bit better. And some of the reports are showing that it reduces your oxidative stress by, you know, 40 to 50% in 30 days, as you've heard. So I've got clinic things here that I'm testing. So I've got me scan that does that, and I've also got a breath test that actually tests your oxidative stress. So for clients who are skeptical, I can look at their oxidative stress, get them on a support to reduce that, and then I can show them that, yeah, it does work. Yeah.
That is,
I mean, that one is exciting. I can't. So we'll all be walking around with no wrinkles and no grey hair in the future. Hey, we wish. All right. Anyway, that's it from me. I'm probably over talked now, but I just thought I'd let you know about the new research, and I know Robin knows about it. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
We do have one question from the audience here, from Elaine, which I'll show you on the screen. She has a question about food. So she loves capsicum, but she's been told to avoid it as she has arthritis. Do you have any suggestions?
Okay. Avoid it with I haven't actually heard of that, Elaine. However, I do know with some of my testing and that, some healthy foods, people's bodies don't respond well to it. So whether that person, I don't know whether you've had testing done, but whether the capsicum causes body inflammation for you, obviously that's the reason they would say, because arthritis is body inflammation. Don't know whether that answered the question, but I do know I've tested on people, and zucchini wasn't great for them, even though we say zucchini's good. But for that person, the biocompatibility of their body, it was causing an inflammatory response. But generally, you kind of avoid it for a 3-month period, and then you slowly introduce it. So don't know whether you had testing done or whether they think the capsicum's inflammatory to the arthritis. I would have to look at research on that. So hopefully that answers your question anyway. Yeah. If you have to avoid capsicum, there's lots of other healthy vegetables and fruits that you can use. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a question about what are nightshade?
Okay. So the nightshade vegetables, there's a bit of research on that causing inflammation in the body. So I'd actually have to so what they generally do is they actually get you to avoid those again for a period of time. And I'm just trying to think of all the nightshade's vegetables off the top of my head. There's quite a few of them. I actually don't avoid that. The way I use my research is I actually have a look at the body's biocompatibility and work out which fruit and vegetables aren't good for each person. But, yeah, definitely the nightshade vegetables. There is some research, and also with allergies. There's been a bit of research on it as well. So some of them, yeah, like the tomatoes, they can cause problems, the nightshades, eggplant, the peppers, which is, yes, the capsicum and things like that. So, yeah, some people, like I've had people avoid it and it's done nothing, and I've had people avoid it and it's improved their body inflammation. So I guess it's just a matter of playing with it, playing with what's your body. But generally, if you're going to avoid something, don't do it forever. Just try it for a few weeks, see what happens, if your symptoms improve or not. If they don't improve, well, you probably can have it. But yeah, it's just that some of these vegetables, the nightshades, can cause body inflammation in certain people with different illnesses.
Yeah, I know for me personally, when I've gone on eradication kind of diets for different reasons, and then I've brought something back in and it's upset my stomach, but then a long time later I've had it again, like for example mandarins or citrus has been something that has affected me in my gut occasionally. At different times in my life I'll have it again and it doesn't react to me anymore. So what you just
cell
said
health changes. Exactly.
Yeah.
So like one of the tests we do is a cell health test, and it comes from the root of your hair, so it knows what your body's compatible with at that time. So but the program's only 3 months, so we might say avoid, for instance, we're saying capsicum, avoid capsicum and record your symptom, and then after 3 months we redo that hair sample and capsicum might be fine, it'll be something else because your body composition has changed because you started to eat healthier, drink more filtered water. So you're changing your cell health, if that makes sense, so your body doesn't react much to
the interesting thing was it was when I was quitting sugar. So I was cutting out sugar out of my diet and cutting back on a lot of fruits and things and fructose. I had mandarin one day and I was like, oh, okay. Because I had a cold, I think, and I thought I'll get some vitamin C and have a mandarin. It didn't agree with my stomach, but now today I can eat that and I really love it and it makes me feel wonderful.
Yeah,
so
health has changed.
Yeah,
That's interesting. Yeah, because obviously if the body's inflamed, it responds differently to foods. Yeah. So I think the other lady said, she had the arthritis. So that's where the nightshades. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it's just try it and see if it improves your symptoms or not. Yeah.
So it's been a really interesting conversation, and I'm glad that you corrected me at the end there and we got onto the supplements and we got a few questions, which it's always interesting to have a conversation about food, particularly when we're all into the natural healing side of things and we're all trying different foods and eliminating different foods and your knowledge is awesome. So.
But I just wish the food chain was a bit better for us, so we wouldn't need all these supplements. But as long as your supplements have good quality whole food in it, it's just a way of getting the quality and the nutrition straight into your body that you can't get necessarily. But it doesn't mean you don't eat your fruit and veggies. You still got to eat them. You don't eat supplements.
Well, I honestly believe the more of us that stand up and want to change our way of eating and our purchasing behaviours and what we put into our shopping carts or baskets, the more that the demand will increase, and then the more producers, I guess, will have making organic produce and vegetables and that available to all of us. So the more of us that stand up and change and be the change, the more that will be readily available, I think, and that there's a shift happening. So it's up to us to make that shift.
Yeah, we're the ones who drive the market. People drive the market. If we buy it, they'll continue to spray it.
So all you guys watching us live and also watching the replay later on, go out there and buy your organic fruit and veggies. You heard it from Ellen. It's the best thing for us. And,
all the spray-free. Some of the local people, it's not organic, so to speak, because it takes a lot for farmers to get certified organic. So just organic, as long as you say, well, do you spray your vegetables? And a lot of them in those markets don't. So that's, a better.
Or grow them yourself in the backyard.
Grow them in the backyard, that's right. I'm a bit lazy actually at the moment, but because I'm renting, I guess. But no excuse. Always growing's good.
I've got my hothouse ready to get erected for my herb garden that I want to create. So that will be happening soon. Herbs are good. So
yes, definitely. There's lots of herbs that can help and makes your food taste better.
Yeah, I love flavour. So thanks, Ellen. If anyone would like to know more about what Ellen does or get in touch with Ellen, then you know what to do. You can reach out to us here at Advancing Health. Helga and myself are here to share her details to you and let you know where she is and how you can contact Ellen. Or the joys of Facebook is that we can just go click on Ellen's profile and send her a message and say, I want to know what you do. Can you help me with my nutrition?
Yeah. Happy to help anyone. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Thank thank you for being a part of Advancing Health Naturally, Ellen, and being our guest this week. And thank you, everyone, for showing up, and Elaine for your questions. And it's been a pleasure. We'll leave it there.
All right. See you later,
Thanks, everyone. Until next time. Bye for now.
Bye.